I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something.
Please be advised of the disclaimers. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pinnacle Trading here. I'm doing a $1,000 account challenge. Before we get into that, make sure to head over to my channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified. If you see in the video title, I'm doing a $1,000 account challenge. So I'm going to be going over the rules on that, how I'm going to be doing it, and what my goals are for that, and what my approach will be. So here's my Robinhood account right now. So you'll see it's more than 1,000 right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the rules and how I'm going to be playing this out. So this is the $1,000 account challenge, if you've seen the video title. My first rule is going to be no adding money to the account, no cheating. Second, keeping day trades to a minimum, as you need the PDT rule. You need 25,000 for the day trades. You only get 3 in a 5-day rolling period, so I'm going to keep that to a minimum just to keep those on the side, 1 or 2 handy, just in case I need to take profit or cut loss, whatever it is. And third, have risk management. I'm going to keep losses to a 20% max. I'm going to take profits on short-term calls at 0 to 20% or more, absolutely, and take profits on mid to long calls, 0 to 50%. And I'll go into more depth on that in the chat room as we go on and we get more into the trading. But these are just brief rules that I'm going over, a little into specific on the percentages, and I'll explain why. And only allowed to trade the following stocks and options and nothing else. So instead of trading something new every day, not knowing what the company is, not knowing what you're trading, something comes up on your scanner, I'm only trading what I know, and only these 5, and that's the rules that I'm sticking with. So first is Visa, second MasterCard, third Bank of America, fourth is TQQQ, that's a leverage ETF, and the fifth is S&P 500, SPY. So I'm doing mostly, I'd say 90% options on these. I'm mostly going to be going in big on the trades and giving some cushion on the expiration and playing out day-to-day basis on that. So keep it fun and enjoy. You can mirror my trades, see my progress, and see how much I grow the account. I really want, my goal for this is to grow it to first double it this October, or at least get really close to doubling it to 2K, and then my big goal for this account is to get it up to 10K on this. And absolutely no YOLO trades, alright, no gambling, no crazy trades, lottery tickets, something like that. So we see the progress so far. Right now, after I started it up about 10%, we had the market correction. I'll go into that soon. And then right now, this week I'm ending it right here, but 12. So doing very well so far. Started at about 10. So account started about 1090-ish. That's because I have some Dogecoin in there. So starting at about 1100, let's say. So right now up nicely on that so far, up about 50 to 100. So doing well so far, just trying to get to that 2000 mark. And these are my current positions. I'll go over that. So had a huge big winner today on Visa. If you guys took it in the chat room, more than a 300% winner. I took profits on that at about 190% on this. Let's go ahead and look at that. So I went in with $79, came out with about $140. So that's 183% profit. This ran up all the way to 300%, even a little bit more. So it was a crazy win. I just want to share that today. That was my biggest percentage winner. Not by the amount, by the percentage. Alright, so that is the challenge, and I want to see how much I can grow this, doing with options, so I have that nice leverage, also doing some solid stocks only. So let's see how that goes. So this is the account right now. So this is my current position. So S&P 500, we'll get into that soon. Visa call, this one, I bought it on Monday, so market still fell a little bit more. Right now down just 50 bucks, 52 bucks on this. But this has June 2019 expiration. I have one of those, and it's 145 calls, so it is in the money on this. And when I bought it, and then it fell a little bit more. I'll show you on the chart, but it came back up. So 140, so a little bit out of the money right now, but as it comes back up, I bought it at around 141. So it should be a solid one closer to the end of the year. Maybe even next year if I get a nice percentage profit, I'm going to take profit on that. And I've been trading Visa swing calls around that one with 200 to 300 on the rest of the account of the money that's remaining. Let's go ahead and do a market recap. So S&P 500, we had that huge market correction. We reached bottom, don't see markets dropping anymore. Again, testing 200 SMA like we had the correction in February. Again, people expect markets to run up and not take profit and get greedy, whatever it is. They stay in too long, and this is what happens. We see that huge correction. Same thing happens from 2017 to 2018. Same thing happened. And alerted in the chat room on Friday since last Wednesday, and told people, get out of position, see market crash coming, market correction coming. And some people listened, some people didn't, but we've seen the correction coming, and nothing you can do now except load in on the cheap shares, cheap option calls, option leaps. And as we see, let's go ahead into the Fibonacci. So we definitely reached bottom on this. Looking at the 180-day chart, definitely reached bottom. RSI coming back above over 30. And looking at the yearly chart again, we're seeing it bounce off that 200 SMA area right there. So went all the way to 271, 272 on SPY, didn't break 270. So that was a very good solid support. That's back in July. We saw 270, didn't break, so that was good. Let's go ahead and get into the Fibonacci on this. So as you can see here, it did break that 50%, which is a very big pullback, very big correction on any stock, not just this index fund, but any stock. That's a big correction. So we saw it break that 23.6 very nicely. So my step in order was 285. If that broke, the big support was 280. If that broke, then all hell would break loose. So that's what I stated in the chat room, and came all the way down. Took out stop losses, weak hands, people who didn't want to hold, sold off, people got scared, sold off, and came all the way down to 272. Didn't break 61.8%. If it did, we would have been heading into a bear market, but it didn't. So that's good. Bounce off that 200 SMA. So let's look at the 180-day chart again. Bouncing off here perfectly. So we definitely reached bottom, and today we saw a nice come up on the charts. So we saw a nice entry and saw a sell off closer into the afternoon, but nice recovery on that. We see a lot of buyers coming in, big volume closer to the end of the day. So we closed at around 276. So looking for 278, 280 next week, and then should see another small pullback and then that big jump as usual. So the way I'm playing Visa is I'm looking to play on these swings. So every time it touches that 50 SMA or that 200 SMA, which is a 200 SMA is very rare, but every time it hits that 50 SMA, I'm looking to play off the bounces. So bounces off here, bounces here, and comes up. Even on the 30-day chart, ignore this. Let's look at this. Playing on these small bounces here and there. I'm looking to play about 200 to 300 on those small ones, but I'm going to be holding one long call, or a leap as you want to call it. That's an option, long-term expiration in the money at the money call, and that is what I'm going to be holding consistently. So get that consistent gain, but also have some trading here and there for fun, and doing some gambles here and there just for fun. So that is my $1,000 account challenge. That's how I'm going to be playing it. Again, a big rule that I want to emphasize is risk management. I'm going to the specifics on these. More than 20%, because if I go in with the trade, that's $1,000 on this, and 20% max loss, that's 200%. That's $200 loss. So if we keep our profits to about 20% and keep losses to max of 20%, and we're looking for 50% for longer call, that's a more of a 2.5 to 1 ratio. So gotta have risk management, and I've got burnt on options many times before, so that's what I want to stick to the rules and emphasize this for anybody that's playing this along with me. So take profit, cut losses correctly, and definitely see constant growth on this account. And again, by October ending, so we still have about the rest of the half of October, 19 days. So want to get to 2,000 by the end of then. So let's see how that goes. This huge market drop should help us because we should see a nice big rally in the markets coming up. So we should see a nice bump up in the markets. Should definitely help that call that I have on Visa. Looking for about a couple hundred on that before I exit on that one. And going to be playing short-term calls on that just for fun to get that bump up profits. Hope you guys enjoyed this $1,000 account challenge. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell button next to it to stay notified on all future videos. And make sure to support us on Pinnacle Trading on our social media. Alright guys, hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week.